Yeah, you can start off the intro if you want.
Wait, so I can start off the intro?
You can start off the intro, yeah.
Welcome to What in the Podcast, by the way.
What in the podcast? What?
I started recording about when you said we should probably start recording. So there's some
Damn,
stuff
well,
here.
What in the podcast? There's a catch to it. I like that name.
Yeah, What in
I
the
like that name.
Podcast? What does it
What in
mean?
the podcast?
What does it mean, though?
I don't know. What is our podcast about? Why are we even podcasting?
You think
What is the point of this?
you think
No
we
offense.
would you think we would know?
Yeah.
Oh, anyway,
Just two bros
yeah. For
that are
context,
friends
I guess we're
and
friends.
are like, hey, let's make a podcast together. Let's make a podcast together. We're doing a podcast.
Yeah. For context, though, hi, I'm Stealthhawk or Stealthhawk Dude or Stealth, or I don't really have any other names on the internet. Unless you know
I know your name. I know your real name.
Do you
I'm gonna
remember?
leak it.
Do you remember my real name?
I do. Yo, I can message it to you right now.
No, I believe you.
Yeah. I know. I remember it. Yeah.
It's because you never. I mean, granted, there's probably a reason. You never call me by my real name.
I'm always worried I will mispronounce it.
Oh, that's okay. That's what everyone.
I mean, I
is.
try to do it now, but obviously you'd have to blurb it out, or unless you
Yeah.
wanted your real name to be
Yeah.
Dogs.
But yeah, hi, I'm Stealthhawk. This is Reilly. He's or classic Reilly, or.
Oh.
Do you have any other? Do you have any other usernames?
You could call you could call me Killian. I'm Killian now.
Or Killian O'Reilly.
Yeah.
It was so weird calling you Killian when with your parents, because I'm like,
Did you call me Killian? I don't even remember that.
well, referring to you I would, but it's weird.
So for those that don't know, me and Stealth, we're buddies. We're IRL buddies. Big moment of 2 weeks ago. He met the parents.
Well, see, it depends on how you define IRL buddies. We've met IRL, so that's how we're buddies.
Twice.
Yeah, twice. We know each other because of Discord and Minecraft.
Yeah. And then we decided, let's meet up. Let's hang out. Let's see some cinema, aka the greatest film of all time, Black Adam.
Ah, Black Adam.
You remember that? That was crazy.
Yeah.
Great film.
Let's not talk about that movie.
It was too great of a movie to not talk about. You want to know what was a terrible film though that we saw? Spider-Man Across the Universe? Is that what it was called? That was probably one of the worst films I've ever seen. The animation sucked so bad.
Yeah, like, what's it called? They had all these visual stuff, all these visual Easter eggs. Who wants that in a movie?
The only good thing was the Lego part. I liked the Lego part.
Oh, that genuinely is my favorite part of the movie. Spoilers, by the way. There's Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse, but come on. If you're watching this, there's a chance you're only watching this because you know us. And if you know us, you're probably a fan of the Spider-Verse movie.
Plus, I feel like it's already been leaked by like a million outlets how a 14-year-old like edited or made the Lego scene. I still think that was cool though. I thought that was really
You wanna know something funny? I'm still on the first checkpoint.
You're still on the oh my god, I'm like almost on like there's like 3 sections to this. There's the overworld, there's the nether, and there's the end. I'm like almost at the nether section, but it takes like for me it only takes 20 minutes, but like it might take you an hour or two to complete the first time.
It's okay. But yeah.
So tell me, what have you done this week? Have you done anything interesting? No foreshadowing there whatsoever.
Foreshadowing? Not much. I mean, I went to this thing called London Film and Comic-Con.
What?
Yeah.
What's that?
It's Comic-Con, but for London and film.
What's Comic-Con? I've never heard of it in my life.
So, for those who don't know what a Comic-Con is, it's basically a convention for nerds. And considering I play video games for a living and most of my references are from nerd-based things, I think I classify as a nerd. Just maybe.
You see, I dislike nerds. I'm a strong man. I go to Alpha Male Con because I'm such an alpha male.
That's true.
Totally.
And Riley's like 7 feet tall.
You've seen the muscles.
This. Oh yeah, his muscles are bigger than my head. Like damn.
Like we were on Brighton Beach, and like you could see I looked like The Rock. That's how many abs I had.
Oh no, that's being generous. Like The Rock can't even compete with Riley.
Exactly.
Like imagine if Riley took steroids.
So moving aside, how was Comic Con?
Ah, it was kind of shit. No, it was great. So this was my second Comic Con that I've ever been to. The first convention I ever went to was MCM Comic Con back in 2019. So this is before the pandemic.
And was this Comic Con by the same people that ran the MCM one, or
No,
was it like
no, different people.
so? Which was better?
So this one I've enjoyed myself more, just because I feel like I got to have a more authentic Comic Con experience.
Okay, that's good.
But MCM Comic Con is definitely the better one.
Okay, good to know. Because no, I'm curious by asking because I remember it's been a good few years ago. Have you ever heard of Insomnia Gaming Festival?
Have heard of Insomnia Gaming Festival.
Yeah, I went to what years was it? I think I went to it in 20 I went to 2018 for
Hmm.
the second time. The first time was in Ireland, but that was a few years ago. So it didn't really compare because like 2018 was in this massive building in the NEC in Birmingham. I loved it. Probably one of the best conventions I've ever to been. But then a year later, I went back with a few friends and I absolutely hated it. It was weird. I did not enjoy the experience. And I was wondering, oh, is it because I did it the first year? Like, it felt the same the second year, but it just wasn't as fun, so I'm glad you had a good time. Did you see any celebrities, anybody at Comic-Con?
Well, you see, Matt Smith was there, aka my favorite Doctor, the 11th
Oh, my
Doctor.
favorite Doctor too. I didn't know you watched Doctor Who. Okay,
Oh,
go
I
on,
love
go on.
Doctor Who. Well, I used to. I haven't watched it recently.
Not me neither.
Um,
I'm excited for David Tennant coming back, but anyway, go on, Matt Smith.
Tamara Morrison, aka Boba Fett, was there.
Okay.
Um, the Sixth Doctor and the Seventh Doctor were there. Sylvester McCoy and Colin Baker.
Oh, wow, okay.
Luke Cage, Mike Coulter was there. Jessica Henwick, aka Colleen Wing from Iron Fist. Clark Gregg, Phil Coulson was there. And
Clark Gregg, I'd love to meet Clark Gregg, actually. I used to love watching Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. growing up.
yes, and do I know how many of these people I took pictures with?
Zero.
Yeah, I can't afford that.
It is expensive. I was at Dublin Comic Con last
Yeah.
year. I was invited as a content creator, but I remember at the time they were like, I don't want to say it's true in case I get sued for slander or libel, but I mean the way I interpreted it, I thought we were gonna have a chance to actually meet some of the celebrities
Mm-hmm.
before they came out, and I got that completely wrong. I met zero of them. I
Yeah.
didn't really want to spend like I remember thinking it was pricey enough. It wasn't the worst, but I think it was between like 10 to 50 euro, depending on the celebrity.
Mm-hmm.
The biggest star was the original voice of Mario. I forgot his name.
Charles Martinet. He's great.
That's the one. And then, oh, what's her name? She plays in The Boys. Maeve.
Maeve. I remember you
Yeah.
telling me about this. Yeah.
I think her name's Dominic something. She's Irish. I forgot her name. That's bad.
Mm-hmm.
Was Charlie Cox there?
No, if Charlie Cox was there, I would spend all my money. I'd sell a fucking kidney for that guy. For context, Charlie Cox plays Daredevil, in the Netflix series Daredevil, which is my favorite show of all time. So, yeah, he was there. But no, see, now seeing celebrities at Comic Con is cool. That's like the main selling point. But for me, it's also about the budget. And I'm a broke college student.
Mm.
I can't spend Matt Smith money. And I'm not complaining that he's this expensive, because he's a big name actor.
How much was he?
It's like £100 or £200. I think
Jeez.
like over I think 100.
If Because the thing is, like, no, like, I understand why, but at the same time, you're only like talking to him for like 30 seconds tops. I'm guessing if there's so
Yeah.
many people, it's
And
I
the
don't know.
line is so long.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I do have sympathy for them. This is the ego, this is the narcissism talking about, but I've experienced the opposite where I was the Matt Smith or the other celebrities where hundreds of people lined up to get photos with. That was an interesting experience. I was at a convention last year as a Minecraft guest content creator. I had lots and lots and lots of kids and their families wanted to take photos. Really
Really?
weird experience.
Uh,
Really weird. I didn't take any payment, by the way. I just want to say that. But yeah,
Really,
it was surreal.
you're really gonna lie on the first episode of the
I'm really gonna.
podcast?
I mean, it was like probably one of the craziest things ever. Like, I
Yeah.
mean, it was how it worked was I was at a convention. It was a small enough convention. I would say there was about 500 to 1,000 people that showed up through the whole weekend, and there was like 4
Yeah.
different sessions. But usually what happening was like we do the introduction on the main stage, and then we'd have like a little content creator section that we'd go to straight away, and literally 100 people would line up straight away to get, and it was like mad. You had to like sign photos and like give out cards and take photos. It was mental. It was
Yeah.
I should have charged 200 a pop.
Yeah.
I'd be banking it right now.
But yeah, when it came to the celebrities, don't get me wrong, it's cool. But hey, the lines were really long.
Mm.
And also, it costs a lot of money. So those weren't the main selling point for me. There was one person who I did want to meet at this Comic-Con. And it was genuinely the main selling point for me going. And that is comic book writer Dan Slott. Now, for those of you who aren't comic book nerds like me, Dan Slott is a Marvel Comics writer. His arguably most famous work that I can think of is the Superior Spider-Man storyline, where Peter Parker swaps body with Dr. Otto Octavius, and Otto Octavius becomes the Superior Spider-Man.
Wait, what?
Yeah, spoilers. This happened like 10 years ago at this point.
I actually remember. This is such a weird memory, but this is related to it. When so how you said it was like 10 years ago? Did you say?
It was like 2013, 2014.
Yeah, no, because I forget what age I was, but I've never.
Well, it was 10 years ago, so.
Yeah, no, but I've never been into collecting comics. But I remember I was like one time, you know what? I'm gonna collect comics, and
Yeah.
ironically, the very first comic I ever collected by accident, I was like thinking, I'm gonna read normal Spider-Man, and then next thing you know, in the comic, it's like really dark about how Dr. Octavius tries to switch minds with Peter Parker, and I'm like, this is not the Spider-Man I remember.
That's funny. Yeah, so I really want to meet him, and I genuinely prepared because the last time I went to Comic-Con, I didn't see any comic book guests, but I saw that you had to pay money for the guests, and I figured, okay, that makes sense. But we didn't accept cards. I made sure I brought some cash with me. And he was the main quest. We did have some side quests for my Comic-Con adventures, which I'll get to.
Yeah.
But my main quest was to meet him, talk to him, become best friends. I don't know if I accomplished that. I mean, debatably I did. But also get something autographed by him. The main quest. So, I bought a comic. I went on Amazon, and I bought a specific volume of Superior Spider-Man. Now, I originally wanted to get volume 1. But on Amazon, volume 1 is about like £100. Because it's just so popular, right? So I got volume 5, which is the Superior Venom storyline. And I got it signed. But do you want to know the thing that still blows my mind?
He was an arsehole.
He signed it for free.
Hey, that's even better.
I know. Like, I was expecting to... like, if he wanted 50 quid, because in my mind, he's the highest profile comic book guest there. Surely he's gonna charge.
Yeah.
Surely. No, didn't charge anything.
And was there a massive queue for him, or like
Well,
did
you
get
see,
the proper time to talk to him, or
on the Friday, I was there quite early, so there wasn't much of a queue.
Oh, awesome. So you got like the chance to properly talk to him.
Yeah, I got him to sign. I had a nice conversation, but I came back later, got a photo with him, which I posted on my Twitter at twitter.com/@stealthhawk, dude. I am wearing a mask because I got a conservative identity.
Did you take a photo without the mask?
Oh, I did. I can send that to Reilly after. Don't worry.
Yeah, I know. I was curious. I was like, did you just get the Spider-Man one, or did you get one without the mask?
Oh, don't worry. I'll send you all my pictures.
Oh, cool.
Sorry. For possible listeners, if you want to see those pictures, you gotta wait for me to do a face reveal in sometime. I don't know. Maybe
we'll
one
do a
day.
face reveal at the 100th episode of the podcast.
Yeah. So that was the main quest. That generally was really cool. Because I was just talking about Spider-Man. He was mentioning how he just is so busy with work that he only really gets to play the Spider-Man games when he's in England for a convention, staying at his friend's flat, which I find really funny.
Yeah. No,
and also something I didn't know, that he worked on the Spider-Verse movies.
Oh, did he? Oh,
yeah.
Sick. What was he, an animator or what?
No. He's a writer. They probably just got like a story credit.
No.
And he was just telling me how he's best friends with Yuri Lowenthal, and I was trying to pry for information about, because Superior Spider-Man's coming back this August.
Okay.
Even though I'm not sure how that's gonna work, but it's coming back. And I was trying to pry for information, being like, hey, so how is he gonna come back? Because there's no way you're doing a body swap again. And he's like, look, I can't legally tell you, but let's just say the band's coming back together. Which, I'm gonna be honest, I pretended like I knew what that meant. I'm just gonna assume that means same writers, same artists. But we'll see. I'm excited. And I met
Yeah,
him in real life. He's such a chill guy.
that's actually awesome. I'm glad you met him
I
now.
did.
That's really good to hear.
He's the highest profile person I bet, and he's the only person I wanted to meet. Because don't get me wrong, Matt Smith, great. I can't afford Matt Smith.
What about Charlie Cox?
Charlie Cox, fuck. I will come. I will wake up so early for that.
I still think it's mad. There's an Irish TV show. I don't think it's really that well known outside Ireland. I think it's popular enough in Ireland. I've never
What,
watched
Dairy
it now.
Girls?
No, it's called Kin, and
Uh
Charlie
huh.
Cox is like the main actor in it. And I'm always confused. That's like he's. I don't want to say he's an A-list actor, but he's in the TV world. He kind of is an A-list actor, and I just love how he's like in this. I don't want to say silly little Irish drama because I think it's meant to be a really good Irish crime thriller TV show. But it's like you wouldn't expect that Charlie Cox would be in the show at all. Like I was just
Yeah.
very surprised because especially I don't know if you've been following the news. I don't think the news will be getting over to the UK, but the national broadcaster RT, so that's the equivalent to the BBC in the UK. It's in a lot of scandals and trouble right now. Uh,
Mm,
they've been overpaying apparently some of the staff, and there's a lot of things coming out that are slightly illegal.
damn.
Yeah.
I've just restarted my clock because I'm doing really badly. But yeah, so that was the main quest because I can't afford celebrities. But there were other
Mm.
side quests.
Okay.
The other side quests including getting nerdy merchandise because I need more nerd clothing. I need more nerd
What
clothing.
clothing did you get?
I got this Deadpool Pikachu shirt.
Was that
It was
a
not.
normal?
It
Was it
wasn't.
licensed?
Oh, yeah, of course. Pokemon's gonna license Pikachu, their mascot, with a murdering superhero Deadpool. No, it's definitely not licensed. But
I'm really surprised how these places get away with it. I was in Camden,
yeah,
in London recently, and I was in like a marketplace. And don't get me wrong, it was really cool seeing all the T-shirts and the clothes, but so many of them were like illegal, unlicensed brands and stuff like that. Like it was hilarious, like seeing like the Pokemon on denim jackets, and I
yeah.
like if I had the room space and the money, I would have bought a few of them, but unfortunately I didn't.
I
But yeah,
think
no.
it's. I think it's because they're not high profile enough, you know.
Yeah, probably.
But, but yeah, so I got that. I also now I don't think Riley knows this, but I'm also a big fan of caps. I'm not even that I wear them. I just like having nerdy caps. So I got a few. Well, I got one. Well, actually, no, I got a few. I got this Demon Slayer hat because Demon Slayer is one of my favorite animes. Me and Tanjiro share the same birthday. Not sure how many of my listeners are gonna know that, but yeah. But I also found this guy, who he's a graffiti artist, and he was selling custom hats. So I made a well, I had to make me a custom hat with the name Stealth. And look, even if it's just custom text, that is so cool. Because technically speaking, I have my own official clothing. Because
How much you charging on the podcast? How much for the hat?
if someone wants that hat from me, 100 quid.
100 quid.
It's too special to me.
Fair, fair.
I did, however. Now, for those of you who don't know, I am a member of the Dun SMP, which is this Minecraft lore survival multiplayer server. I think I can. I feel like my character's been introduced by the time this comes out. I play a piglin soldier, and I've been a part of the SMP since about September last year, even though I've been only really appearing more recently. And I always jokingly asked Luke, the guy who runs it, great guy by the way, when we getting merch? He's always said I'd love to have merch. Maybe one day if we ever get popular enough. And I saw this opportunity at the hat stall, and I was like, it's gonna be really funny if I make Dun SMP merch and I'm the only one who owns it. So I went to the guy. Generally speaking, I only was gonna go on a Friday, but I went for a Saturday because I needed this for the bit. I love my bits. And I was like to him, look, I came here for a mission. I need a gift for my friends. So I showed him the logo, and I just did better show the colors, and I wrote it out. And then he made it, and it looked so good I had to make another one so I can keep one and give one to Luke.
Wait, so how much were the hats, like, per hat?
£30. Because
So
it's
did you
custom.
spend 90 quid on custom hats?
Hey, you don't need to do the math on the thing. It's a lot of
90 quid. 90 quid. Sorry.
hey. But yes, now I still need to send back to Luke. But either way, I just think it's cool because now there's
cool.
official merch, and again, you can look at it on Twitter at twitter.com/stealthfuckdude. You can see those hats. Those are great. So
they do look sick, I gotta admit.
I also got a caricature drawing of me done, and I wanted to post this, but the problem is it genuinely looks like me.
Yeah, I've seen it. It actually really does. I'd post it because the thing is, no one's ever like. It's not like you're gonna go around London or Ireland or the UK or wherever you are, and someone's gonna be like, "That's exactly looks like Stealth Hook." I feel like you get away with it, but it does. I was so surprised how similar it looked to you.
Because the drawing he had to just advertise it, I was like, you know what? Hey, that's not detailed enough. That's fine. But I'm not complaining because he did a great job. He did too good of a job.
How much was it?
That was £10.
That's pretty good. I'm very impressed with that.
Reilly is currently going to mathematically see how much I spent at Comic-Con.
So that's £100. How much for tickets?
I'm not. Oh, don't worry about it. So I bought that, and then the next day I got another piece of art for a friend of mine, which I think that friend knows about it, but I'm not gonna say. Well, sorry. So those are the few main quests. The other ones was I just want to take pictures and talk to people. I did do that. Something I will say is they have these professional photo people just advertising their studios. They are ruthless.
Oh yeah,
in their engagement. Like, don't get me wrong, good deal, because normally it's like £300. You go there, you get like £30 discount, as in or 60 quid, sorry, which is a great discount. But they will just find the ways to talk to you, and you're gonna feel really bad about it. And
like, in what way?
Like, we're just walking around, then they'll be like, "Hey, nice hoodie. You're clearly a fan of like some form of like superheroes and cosplay. You ever think you'd do cosplay professionally?" He's like, "Nah, I don't think so." I was like, "Well, hey, you probably would need a photo right for LinkedIn. What degree do you study? I'm mechanical engineering. Well, you probably would want like a photo for LinkedIn, right? Because you know, photos stand out. Correct me if I'm wrong. I don't think a photo matters too much for engineering.
I mean, it's handy, but here's the thing: you have a friend called Killian O'Reilly who can take your very own.
Yes, I wouldn't, and he'd do it for free, right?
£50.
That's still cheaper than they would.
Oh really?
Yeah, for them it's 60.
I mean, £60.
Yeah.
It's not the worst. To be fair, you see, it's not the worst price. If it depends on their skill level, because I don't know if I'm doxing myself. I actually like I'm related to a photographer, like close relation, who shoots for Vogue magazine.
Nice.
So he charges a bit of money, but like £60, it's not the worst. But at the same time, I don't want this to be hostile. I wouldn't necessarily trust their judgment.
Well,
if
not.
If it was a cosplay thing, yes. If they're like, hey, let's shoot some photos for your cosplay. Okay, sick. I'm down. If it's like, let's do it for a professional manner, I don't know if doing it at Comic-Con is the best place to get
No,
the
it'd be doing it at a studio. But either way, like, I just didn't see a point. But there were like 4 of them just located in the con, and they just kept going for me and my friend.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Stealth Hook, can we take your photo? Come on, Stealth Hook. Give us your money. Give us your money, Stealth Hook.
And I would take some pictures with some cosplayers. And I would take 2, one of just me, and one of me wearing a Spider-Man mask, so I could post it on Twitter if I wanted to.
What was the cosplay?
Oh, don't worry, I'll get on to this. So we have a few cosplays. One of them, I really wish I took a picture with this guy in a Chewbacca cosplay. I took one picture with Red Hood, which is great. I took one with some stormtroopers. I took one with Donatello from the Ninja Turtles, which is really funny to me because I always say that no one's favorite Ninja Turtle is Donatello, but I'm clearly wrong about that.
Which color is Donatello again?
Purple one.
Oh, isn't he the smart one?
Yeah,
What's the blue one again?
Leonardo. He's my favorite.
And what's his ability? Like I remember one was like angry
Leo's
and
the
one was
leader.
smart.
Raph, the red one, is the angry one. Michelangelo's the laid back one.
Okay, that
And
makes sense.
Leo's the leader. But yeah, so that was that. But the other side quest was talk to cute cosplay girls. Now, on the Friday, so on the Friday and the Saturday. Now, let me put this nicely. There were cosplay people. They just weren't in my so-called age range.
Like under or older?
Like 30 to 40 probably.
Okay, yeah, definitely older.
And they had like people with them, and none of them like truly stood out to me. Not that they were bad, but they weren't like, oh my gosh, great, I want a picture with that person, you know?
Mhm.
On the Saturday, however, it was so much busier, which I guess makes sense.
Yeah.
Wow, you're
Like
literally back here.
schools. Oh wait, you're still here?
Yeah, I'm still here.
How are you still here?
I'm so bad at this.
Yep.
That was my best attempt.
All right.
But
You do realize you don't press the jump button on when you land. Don't you don't do anything. You literally just aim to jump on the green slime box.
what?
Otherwise, you don't jump.
Yeah, so as I was saying, the Saturday it was much more packed. And hey, I was gonna come on the third day. Oh fuck, you're right. That's so much easier. And then there was this girl in a Harley Quinn cosplay. And
Okay.
now she was like a professional cosplayer. She was having professional shots done.
Mm, mm.
And I'm not gonna lie, I was like, holy crap, this is the best cosplay I've seen. And I took a picture of other people. Now, dear listeners, if you're expecting me to tell you, yeah, I got his cool cosplay girlfriend now. No, I don't. But I talked with her enough to get a picture with her. I can actually post this on Twitter because I'm wearing a mask in one of the photos.
Mm.
And yeah. So Operation Talk to Cute Cosplay Girls was achieved.
That being said, listeners, if anyone is interested on going out a date with Stealth Talk, please at me on Twitter at Kill Riley, and I will set up a date for you and Mr. Stealth Talk.
Yeah, you have to pay Riley at least £10
Um, it,
or €15.
so how we do it is there's a £10 deposit in case
Yeah.
you don't show up at the date, and if you do show up at the date, then
Well, you don't
you're
need the £10
returned.
because you found happiness, right? With me.
Exactly. Well, I mean, I just returned the deposit.
Oh yeah.
It's an
That
emergency deposit.
had to. But yeah, Comic Con was great. Now MCM Comic Con is in October, and I'm looking forward to that. The guy who made my hat, so that's Custom Inks, by the way, who made the hat. He's apparently going to be at the MCM one in October.
How many hats you gonna buy?
We'll see. What I will probably do is I'll wear the Stealth Hawk hat, just so maybe some people may recognize me. Probably not. It's gonna be fun.
What would happen if someone did recognize you and then they doxed you on
I
Twitter?
okay. How do I say this nicely? I don't think I know anyone desperate enough to dox me, but it would genuinely be kind of cool if someone actually recognized me, considering I'm a faceless streamer.
Bro.
Yeah, so that was
Just like the Spider-Man image of you, the droid.
Oh yeah,
People will recognize you all the time.
yeah. That was Comic Con. Riley, what about you? What have you been up to this week? It's not like you have a job or anything. Working for
I've been sick the last 2 weeks. I've been recovering this week. I've been editing. I've got a
editing, you
job
say?
as a video editor now. So I video edit it for this company. Well, it's more of like an internship right now. It's more of a part-time thing, but I'm helping out a content creation company where we edit different people that teach classes on content creation. People like Hayden Hillier Smith, who's Logan Paul's former editor, Ryan Trahan, Zach Levitt, who is Ryan Trahan's video editor. Who else have done? I've done Yes Siri, and I think that's all I've done so far. But I'm hopefully doing more. I need to get back in contact to see who my next people I'm editing. Mainly just been editing, and I've been reading a lot actually.
That's
I've been
good.
I've been reading a lot. I'm like in the last 2, 3 weeks since I've gone to London, I've probably bought between 10 to 15 books, I want to say.
That's good.
Yeah,
Reading's
so I'm reading a lot of things on like psychology and marketing and different stuff like that. So yeah, no, it's good. It's good. I'm enjoying it. I'm enjoying it.
well, hey, that's what's important. But
Um, what about you? You reading any good books?
I want to. I just for additional context, I've currently been working on done SMP stuff. Now, I'm not going to go into extreme detail because I don't want to spoil this in case we have some Done SMP fans here in the audience. But
Spoilers.
I've been starting to work on my first. Now, saying stream isn't really accurate. My first, let's just say, bit of content,
Ooh.
which I didn't. I underestimated how much. I knew it was going to be a lot of work, but I underestimated how much work it was going to be.
It
Just a
is.
little
It is
bit.
definitely a lot of work and stuff like that. Did I tell you I've started working again on videos?
Oh no, you didn't. This is an exclusive here on a podcast, ladies and gentlemen.
I can say I've started working on a few videos.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna give an announcement what they are or when they're coming out. It could be summer, it could be end of summer, it might be early September. I
Mm-hmm.
don't really want to give a date because essentially what I want to do is I want to play it smart and I want to have made a few videos before I publicly release them. But I've started filming and planning a few videos, so yeah, that's coming out soon.
Yeah. So I've been filming in like replay mod or Minecraft because
Oh, sick! I didn't even know you started.
well, I started filming. I've filmed about technically 3 scenes
Mhm.
because I'm without spoiling too much away. You know, we'll give it a slight exclusive for the podcast. I'm filming flashbacks.
Oh
Dun
my
dun
goodness!
dun. The stuff that has happened, but we just haven't seen.
I'm linking it on TikTok.
No, not TikTok. I've just been doing that. It's been quite interesting because I've like originally the funny thing is with the Done SMP was I originally joined to be a background actor because I had heard from my friend who is in the Done SMP, shout out N, just N, and also I know Luke as well. And they would
Who's
keep
Luke?
done free.
Who?
If you know the Done of the Done SMP.
I
Um
I I've never heard of him. It's not like I've never met him at all. He didn't come to my 21st birthday randomly one night. That was like the first and last time
hey,
I
hey,
ever met him in person.
he refuses to meet me in person. He's just like
What?
come to Ireland. And I'm like, yeah, but good point.
When are you coming to Ireland? I want you to come to Ireland. I really want to show you Ireland.
One day. One day.
One, I mean, I'll literally pay for your flight if I
Nah, you
have.
don't need to do that. I
I
just
mean,
need the time.
it's like 30 euro return. It's like one hat from Comic Con.
I just need like the time. But yeah, so I heard about this and I was just thinking, you know what? Hey, these guys seem to hang out pretty much every day. And I know Luke, he's pretty chill. And I was in Badana SMP once before because I was an extra for a previous stream. Funnily enough, I played a piglin. And now I actually play a piglin.
Let's go.
Or kinda. I'll say kinda piglin. So it's kinda poetic. So I generally just DM Luke, hey, I know you're looking for actors. I genuinely just want to join to have friends. So I'll just be an extra. I don't need to do any important character stuff. I'll be that guy in the background. You're alright with that? They sent me an application form, and I basically filled that out with just that. And Luke knows me before; he's worked with me before, and also on that amount of time I was on Done SMP, and also on Classic SMP, which I don't know who that was owned by. Probably some.
Someone
Probably.
that clearly doesn't know how to run Minecraft servers.
I don't think it was all their fault.
Season two was terrible. Season one of Classic SMP, I actually missed that. Season one was so much fun. I missed the nostalgia of season one.
Yeah, but I don't know the story. So then I got accepted as a background character. And then eventually we just came up with dumb ideas for hypothetical lore. And I started really liking them. So then I was just like, okay, cool. I'll be a background. I'll be like a side character. I'll never make content. And then I came up with this really good idea, which is what the first bit of Stealth Talk official content will be. And then I realized this is so good, but I need to stream it or make content of it from my POV because it only really worked for my POV.
Mm-hmm.
And then look at me now. Well, I haven't made content yet. This is gonna age really badly if I just never make this stuff. But I would like to think I'm a decently active member.
Well, it sounds cool what you're doing. I don't know what you're doing exactly, but it sounds cool.
This is where
I'm excited to see it.
This is where Luke has a sniper aimed right at me for leaking too much and just lying. But
I'm messaging him right now. Abort. He's spilt everything. He's spilt everything. He's spilt that I'm gonna be in season 6 of the Done SMP. No.
But yeah, so that's what I've been working on, stuff for the Done SMP, which is gonna be great. I've also been trying to level up my stream game a little bit. So for the longest times, I'm a faceless streamer. I've kind of wanted to add more to just my basic setup, so I now have a small PNG tuber, which sure, it's not the most interaction, but I just feel like it adds to it, because at least you have some indicator of me talking. Plus it's like a cool outfit.
Yeah.
And this year, I've really, not that I hated streaming before, but I feel like I've truly found my love for it, if that makes sense. Like, don't get me wrong, I never see it as a job. For me, it's a hobby. But I'm more easily able to do it for fun now, rather than feeling forced to. And that's good, because same thing with this podcast. We're not doing this for work.
We aren't? What? I'm walking off. This is an exclusive right now. I'm gone. I'm walking off like Piers Morgan walked off the show that one time. Whatever it's called.
This is just for fun. Just because I feel like slight humble brag here. I'm gonna be starting a master's degree in September.
Wow, rub it in,
yeah,
Stealth, rub it in.
A master's in mechanical engineering, which is a really hard degree.
Proud of you.
Thank you. And Reilly, he's got his job at Creator now.
I got my job, but I really, honestly, I'm proud of this man right here. This is much more impressive than what I'm doing. Proud of you. Actually, proud of you.
You dropped out of college for your thing.
Well, I didn't drop out on purpose. I got screwed over. I always make it out, oh yeah, I dropped out of I got screwed over. That's really what happened.
That's an exclusive here. But you know what I realized we never actually did?
What?
We never talked about why we started this podcast.
Well, that's cool. We could talk about it next episode.
Well, there's actually a decent amount of reasoning, at least on my side. So,
what's that?
Okay, now this goes about 2 years longer. It all started with an inside joke between me and another friend of mine, Luca Tony. So, his name is Luca Tony, last name Tony, right? My username is Stealth Hawk. What do you get when you combine Tony and Hawk?
Were you actually gonna call it the Tony Hawk Podcast?
We were gonna call it the Tony Hawk Podcast, where we clickbait Tony Hawk fans, but we're really just talking about Spider-Man.
You know what? I'd happily walk away from this podcast right now to get Luca to join it, and you guys call it the Tony Hawk Podcast. Heck, I'd even just be in the background to call it the Tony Hawk Podcast. That's funny. Sorry.
So that was just a bit. And then Luca started his own podcast called the Space Up Podcast, which I think right now it's dead. But, I enjoyed it for what it was. And I actually was a guest on it. And then in that episode, the file got corrupted and it never got aired to the public. But filming that podcast with him, because this was like a few months ago, like late last year, it kind of made me realize this is fun. I can see myself doing that. But I never really think I thought I could do it by myself. Just because I can talk by myself for ages. That's another reason why I stream. But I feel like for a podcast, the benefit of a podcast is having a conversation. And you kind of want a co-host for that. And I figured, hey, Luca already has his podcast.
So why did you ask me, huh?
Well, then I asked my best friend in real life, and she was like, fuck that. Podcasts are lame.
Wow.
And then,
so I was like your third choice?
And then I went to my next friend, Luke. And then Luke was like, nah, man, I got other options. And then I went to Reilly. I was
I'm
like,
your fourth choice.
no, you're actually my third choice, but yeah.
I'm your third choice.
Yes,
I
no,
didn't even notice.
you were
I'm
not the
the.
first choice.
I just want to stay. I have actual broadcast experience here. I've been on like radio. I've been on TV. I feel insulted right now.
But for context, right, the reason why you're only my third choice is because sure, I'd hung out with you. But like, I feel like we became better friends when you actually came to England, you know?
Oh yeah, absolutely. I feel like we were friends beforehand, but yeah,
Yeah,
we're definitely being closer
but
since.
like now I could confidently say you're my best friend in Ireland. Just,
Over Luke?
yeah, Luke hasn't met me yet.
Okay, true. I'm your favorite Irish person. Let's go.
Luke, you see, Luke, I'm like Luke's unpaid intern. That he's nice to, you know?
Yeah.
Like, don't get me wrong. I'm sure I annoy him sometimes. And I'm exaggerating here, because Luke, if you are listening, no, we're definitely friends. Um, but like, yeah, but Riley probably is my best friend from because I mean, I met him twice.
We're buddies. We've seen films together.
I've
Heck,
met
in
his
the future,
parents.
I could see us, getting a house share apartment in the future
Yeah,
if you were, in London. If we ever do something like that,
and
and we're down.
I've met his parents.
You've met the parents. You have,
Yeah,
yeah.
like sure, I have the coordinates of Luke's house somewhere on my computer.
Oh my God, same. I have them on Snapchat.
But like, you know,
I'm sorry, Luke.
hey,
Sounds so
hey,
bad.
Luke knew what he was doing. I told him I was gonna put the coordinates down. Now I can't remember where they are, but they're somewhere. So if anyone would like to send something to Luke, aka Done Free, just send me. No, I'm joking. Don't do that. That's weird. Unless you actually know him. But still, I probably should let him know. And I don't even remember. But yeah, and then me and Riley would just walk around London, getting lost because I don't know anything
Yeah,
about the city
I'm
I live
sorry.
in.
Can I just put in something?
Sure.
You do not. I think you're awesome, but I was so amazed how you didn't know London at all.
I
I was
don't.
like,
I barely leave my room.
but I was like, I mean, I kind of knew London by the back of my hand after 2 days. Like, obviously, I didn't know London, but like, I was able to navigate myself across the whole city
I'm
in under
not.
2 days using the underground. Like, it was so easy.
I'm not a location person. Geography was my worst subject.
Oh my goodness. It was like, cause like the first time I met, I didn't understand London and I was freaked out by it with the
I probably
underground. And I
ruined
was
that for
like,
you.
me and Stealth, we're gonna meet up. He's gonna show me how all this works and where to go. And it ends up where like we needed to go to a cinema near Piccadilly Circus, I think it was.
Yep.
Oh, actually, I have another story to share after this because this happened right next to the cinema recently where we were. But we went to the cinema, but we couldn't locate it. Like he did not know where it was, and I'm like,
I
how do you
never
not know where it was?
I've never been there. I've only been to the select like 4 cinemas I've been
I
to.
know, but we the thing is we spent like an hour walking to it, and the thing is we could have got the underground there. Like, there was an underground like a 2 minute walk from it. But anyway, regardless, it's this cinema is near Piccadilly Circus,
Yeah.
and next to it, I don't know if you remember this, there was a Tesco. I don't know
Yeah.
if I I didn't realize we were, like, in the main city center there, so that was, like, kind of the main city center Tesco,
Yeah.
and this was my recent trip to the UK, so
Yes.
it's great. If people don't know, I used to have a massive fear of crowds and anxiety, and I just have a lot of anxiety. After I came back from London, I had no anxiety. It's like, it's gone, it's great, and it's like, I think this is part of the reason why. I went into this Tesco, and my god, I've never been into such a Tesco that is so busy in my life. And I go in with my mate, and we decide we're gonna, just get some drinks because this is like on the day in London where it's like 25 degrees, like it was really,
Oh yeah.
really warm, it was like so hot. So we buy some drinks, and we decide to each use our own self checkout. Now the thing is, I'm used to the self checkouts here in Ireland, and for some reason our self checkouts are a little bit easier to use. I
What
don't
do
know
you
why.
mean? How
It was
hard?
like it was like slightly different. It was like, I think ours is on the right side and yours is on the left side, or at least in this Tesco, but it was in a small scale section. So what was happening was I would scan my things, but I couldn't pay for it. But the thing was, that I would tap my card and it make a noise, and I thought it went through, but the thing was it didn't exactly work. So I tried it a few times, and then I thought it actually went in. So I was like, "Oh, jolly old!" And I want to say this stuff was like it was £3 worth. Next thing you know, I hear a scream towards my name by a Tesco worker, and I'm like, "Is this me?" I turn around because I wasn't sure if I paid. Like I was like, "I'm pretty sure I paid for it." She was not happy with me at all. She like took the stuff out of my hand, and the thing was, it was very loud. It was really, really loud, and the lady, she clearly she wasn't having the greatest day. I don't blame her. It's like it's busy. It's London. It's 25 degrees. But I have horrible hearing, and she had a really thick accent, and I just couldn't understand her. And I was like, "Oh, I thought I paid for it." She didn't think I like. She pretty much gave out to me that she's thinking I was a shoplifter. I was like, "No, no, no. I'm not a shoplifter. I thought I paid for it. I'm really sorry. I'm happy to pay. Whatever. And it was great because it turns out the machine I was using was actually broken. It wasn't that I was doing it wrong. But the thing was, she was like trying to scan it on the same machine, and she kept on doing it. She did it at least 5, 10 times. And I kept on like trying to pay with my phone. I just wouldn't go through. And you could see she was like losing her mind. So then eventually she dragged me, yanked me over to the next one when there was a free thing. And it just went through instantly. But like it for me at the time, it was stressful because I had like I'm a very anxious person, or I was an anxious person until after this. So my mate was outside and he was like, "Where the heck are you?" Because I was like in the self checkout for 10, 15 minutes,
Yeah.
I want to say. And like anyway, the next day I went to Tesco in a different area, in a much quieter area. But I was like so freaked out using the self checkout. I'm like, what if it doesn't work? I don't want to be accused of a shoplifter. I don't want to go to jail, even though I don't think I'd go to jail over £3 thing. It was just a miscommunication thing.
Oh,
But yeah, no, that was my experience in Piccadilly Circus. But the great thing is now I've done it once. I feel like because I've done the crowds, I'm actually more confident about doing it again because it was a lot of fun in hindsight.
that's good.
I apologize for almost shoplifting. Please don't cancel me.
And if you do want to find him, don't worry. You can just hook me up and I'll send him to you. But no, that's good. I was once okay. My story is not as good as yours. I was once accused of shoplifting. I say accused. I'm really exaggerating here. I just walked into a shop, Tesco, with a drink I bought from a shop next to it, and I walked
Okay.
out, and the security guy was, "Did you buy that?" I was like, "Yeah, from the shop next to it." I was like, "You sure?" "Yeah."
Yep.
And then he was like, I didn't like make a big deal about it, but because he could check the cameras. I came in with it. Um, which granted, my story is nowhere near as good as yours. But for technicality, I've been accused of shoplifting. I didn't. I would never steal.
Did the guy let you go?
Oh yeah, no, because like
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie.
Because I was so surprised by like the way she made it out. I felt like the way she made it out when I was accused. I felt like a terrible, horrible person afterwards. Like I felt like I did something horrible and illegal that upset people. I I don't want to downplay it. I'm happy. Like I was happy paying. I was happy to even pay damages if I did any damage. Like literally, I did not mean to by accident almost shoplift, but she made it out that I stabbed somebody or I like in Ireland. I feel like we wouldn't get the same response. They're like, it's £3.
Yeah, some people.
In Piccadilly Circus, I feel like hundreds of people are going there a minute. It felt like there were so many people in the shop. I feel like it wasn't the end of the world, but I genuinely thought I paid for it. But hey, that's just my opinion. That's just my 2 cents.
No, you didn't do anything wrong. Because like again, it was a machine that was broken, right?
Yeah, it
Like
was broken. I thought it went through. It made a noise. The machines over there are slightly different. I feel like it takes a bit longer to process than Ireland.
depends. Like to be honest, she should just apologize to you when she realized that it was
Uh,
broken.
I don't think that was gonna happen. To be fair, I don't blame her. It was hot and stressful that day, but hey, it was grand. It was a good life experience in hindsight. I appreciate I went
Holy
through that.
fuck, I'm so bad at this parkour. I've been going the wrong way this entire time.
Oh no.
No, to self.
So so anything else going on in your life? Any other
Uh,
shoplifting
oh
or
yeah, so
bro-
I'm currently wanted for no, I'm not wanted for murder. I'm not. I promise I'm not. Um, hmm. Well, what did I do today? Well, today my sister came over I was just showing them what I got from Comic-Con.
Oh, very
And
good.
that was good. My nephew and niece were arguing about who gets which Lego figure, and
Typical.
yeah, and I was just like, look, I don't care. Just you take one, she takes the other, but we're good then, right?
Yeah.
But there was a whole fight about that.
No.
Um, not much else there. I've been kind of procrastinating with streaming this week. Not in the sense where I just haven't been. Well, I haven't been doing it as much. I always try to do at least one stream a week, regardless of my life situation, unless I have exams.
Hmm.
And
That's fair.
that is like really important. And this week I think I've done just one or two. No, sorry, lava. Just one or two. And I was gonna take part in a tournament, but I forgot the day and time it was, so I kind of missed out. That's
Oh no.
okay. There's always future tournaments.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Exactly.
yeah. But yeah, that's mostly what I've been doing. And
That's good.
and the other philosophy we have with the podcast was we just might as well start. Because
Yeah.
like
Let's see what happens.
we don't, like we said, we're doing this for fun. We're not doing this professionally.
I
Well,
mean, I'm living out. I'm living out my white man dreams to start a podcast.
yeah, and I'm not white, but sure. Um and like we just figured might as well start as soon as we can or just want to. Because I don't want to be one of those people that says we're gonna do something and then just keep procrastinating and just never do it. Like heck, I've done that with other stuff.
Mm.
I know people are currently doing that. I'm just currently doing that. I'm not throwing shade at anyone because it's like a really
Who
common
you throwing
occurrence.
shade at? Who you
I'm throwing
drop
shade
names
at.
right now?
I'm throwing
Drop
shade at
names right
this
now.
guy called Classic Reilly.
Wow, that hurts my feeling. I've been editing for some of the top creators on YouTube. How dare you? How dare you, sir?
Wow. Yeah, and I'm sure all of them know your name.
Definitely, definitely. They
Yeah.
don't. They totally. It's funny. Because I had to. Now I want to say I don't know Ryan Train. I've never interacted with him. I'm a massive fan of him.
He's great.
Um, he was he was in Ireland this week. Spoilers on the Penny series,
Yeah.
and he was only 20 minutes away from me. And I actually know he went. He goes to. Have you been watching the series?
I have. I finished it. Yeah.
You know the petrol station he goes to in the last episode.
No.
It's only like 20 minutes away from me. I've been in it before. Like it's like literally he wasn't actually in Dublin. He was in Wicklow where I live, which is funny because I was only like editing himself and his editor for a class they taught recently. Like literally the day that they were in Ireland. So I always thought that was just gas that they were only like 20 minutes down the road, and I was like technically editing for them, even though they've never heard of me in my life. At least I presume. You never know. Ryan Trahan might have been like, I wonder if there's any Irish entertainment on because he used to be a Minecrafter. I think. Imagine if you just came across Ireland's Future Is Mine, which for if anyone doesn't know, I'm a former professional Minecraft esports judge star. Just a heads up if nobody knows.
Yeah, he never shuts up about it.
I never shut up about it. It's my
it's his
greatest experience.
Yeah. See, if you meet Riley, there are two things he will never stop talking about. One is Creator Now and how good it is. The other
It's great.
is Island Future Is Mine, where he was an esports guest. Judge.
Mm, mm.
Um,
Great times. Great times.
he worked with Microsoft, and you know what? Fair enough. You gotta be somewhat successful to do that, right? And hey,
Uh,
he had 1 million followers on TikTok.
I do.
But you did. You don't really use TikTok anymore.
How dare you? How dare you? Maybe I'm coming back to TikTok. I'm not coming back to TikTok.
Okay, cool. Because if you were, I would leak right now the stuff you said about TikTok.
What have I said about TikTok?
You just, well, okay, it's nothing bad. You just think that TikTok is not as stable as.
um as you. Oh yeah, no, I definitely think YouTube's more stable than TikTok. I mean, I change my opinions all the time. I'm always happy talking about like social media and TikTok. TikTok,
No, yeah,
I
sorry.
think TikTok. I do think is stable. I don't trust it as much as I would trust YouTube. I feel like TikTok could die. But like right now it's not dying, so I'm not against it. It's just I don't like how addictive it is, and like I that's me saying I'm addicted to it.
Yeah.
I kind of want to delete like some of my social media apps because I'm way too addicted to them.
Plus, I don't think you've directly mentioned this, but I feel like part of a dream for you has been YouTube. Like,
Um, It was my dream. I don't know if it still is my dream. I don't know what my dream is. I kind of I think my dream is to be financially free
Mm-hmm.
and be able to just make whatever. I'm always gonna like make YouTube videos. I've come to the realization I don't really care if I blow up again. If I do blow up, like I mean, I have a strategy in place for what I'm doing. I'm
Yeah,
not gonna tell anyone the strategy because I don't think I've ever seen anyone do this before.
fair.
I'm also like I don't want to say who I'm working with, because they're not working with me on my YouTube channel, but like I have contacts with like I don't really want to name drop, but I do have some contacts with some of the most creative people in the world that work in the top industry. Like, I mean, seriously, top industry. I don't really want to reveal more.
Yeah,
But no,
Kevin.
so I mean, if I do be successful, great. If I don't, it's great. I'm always gonna make videos. It's much more of a passion than, oh, I need to
Yeah,
make money out of this.
yeah.
So we'll see. I'm excited.
I
Like I'm
might.
I'm going in where hopefully I'll go big, but if I don't, I'm still gonna make videos. Um, well, I have like I'm prepared if something does happen. I wasn't prepared when the TikTok blew up. I'd be prepared when the YouTube channel blows up if that happens.
Yeah, but I also think like it's just healthier to have that mentality
Oh,
with like
definitely.
content, at least from the start.
At least from the start, 100%. I think
Yeah.
it always pains me when I see a creator say they dropped out of college or they're quitting their job to pursue this full time without having any previous success. Because no offense to them, 9 out of 10 times they usually fail. And I know that sounds hypocritical because I technically dropped out of college, but I
Oh,
dropped
you
out
were
of
screwed
college.
over.
Yeah, because I kind of got screwed over. I mean, it worked out for me. I mean, I could have stayed in college if I really wanted to, but it was the reason I dropped out wasn't so I could pursue content creation full time. It just was a coincidence that I could drop out uh, of college because of full time content creation, which
Yeah.
was both a blessing and a curse. But yeah.
Yeah, and like I've seen people drop out of college for whatever reason or just work.
Oh yeah.
But I don't
No,
know.
no shame to people that drop out, by the way. It's just it always hurts when it's like I don't recommend creators like drop to do their passion. I don't think that's always the best advice that people
No,
say.
no, don't get me wrong. You want to love what you want to work do, and and I'm also not saying that if you're chasing your dreams, there's something wrong with you. Because at the end of the day, that's something you should do. But I feel like you can't make that drastic of a choice. Like
Just
you,
don't make your just don't make my best advice, don't make haste decisions when you're emotional. And when I say emotional, I don't mean like sad. I'm like whether you're sad, angry, or even happy. Try to
yeah,
make it when you're neutral because that's when you make the best decisions. Don't make it when you're on a high or on a low.
yeah. Like you need like multiple days to think about something
Yeah,
with
definitely.
such gravitas.
Mm.
But but yeah. See, we've been recording. Wow, we've been recording for like 57 minutes.
Yeah, we've recorded for now. Do you want to wrap up or do you want
Hmm.
to keep on going?
What would you rather do? Because I don't really have plans for the rest of the day.
I'm happy to wrap up soon because I need
Cool.
to get back to doing a few things.
That's fair. Now, quick, what do we do to wrap up? Should we talk about future stuff that we want to do?
I'm down to just say that, yeah.
Well, assume now, chat, I will warn you, there is a chance. I said chat, sorry, used to streaming on Twitch at twitch.tv/StuffFuckDude. Cheap plug. Go follow me. If this comes out before July 13th, I'm streaming on July 13th. I'm doing a bunch of Spider-Man. Sorry, I had to do that cheap plug. Um, but yeah, there's a chance that this doesn't air. That's just because this is our pilot.
Up the episode.
Yeah, just to see if we like doing this.
Yes.
I've had a
I'm
blast.
having I'm having a good time. It's funny just talking about random things.
Yeah,
I mean, I don't want to be mean. I'd be surprised if people are listening this far, but if you are, I appreciate it.
yeah. Like I'm gonna be honest, I'm not even sure if I'll tweet this. I mean, I will. I'll probably tweet it once. Like, hey, kind of
Podcast.
started a podcast. Watch
Yeah.
if you
I mean,
want.
we haven't talked about anything controversial. At least I don't think so, unless you count me by accident almost shoplifting. But
Well,
that's
we have kind of been saying, hey, don't follow your dreams. No, not really, but
I mean, I don't think that's controversial. I mean, I like
yeah.
I feel like it's just smart
Mhm.
advice, but that's just me.
But yeah, no. So in terms of future stuff that we plan on doing, which are you okay with me leaking some future things that we might be doing?
Yeah,
All right,
I'm
first things
okay.
first. We definitely want to have guests.
Mhm.
So hey, prospective listeners, if you exist, you want to be a guest on this podcast, shoot one of us a DM, and if we think you'd be a good fit, sure. I will admit, you're probably gonna be more likely to be a guest if one of us knows you.
I have a dream guest. I don't know if you'll ever come on though.
Don't tell me it's Ryan Trahan.
No, no, no. Much bigger, much bigger.
Mr. Beast. Eric.
No,
I mean,
no.
you and Eric have messaged. Eric has replied to a
I've
message.
never DM'd him. He's commented on my video. That's about
That's
it.
the same thing, though, right?
I know people that work with Eric. I work with people that work with Eric, but I've never personally talked to him. I also like know people that are friends with him, but no, I've
Yeah.
never interacted. It's not Eric. No, much more. He doesn't have as much subscribers as Eric or Ryan Trainer or Mr. Beast, but he has much more of an influence, I think, in
Cool.
society.
I imagine you're not gonna leak who that is.
No, I'm happy to leak.
All right, go on. I'm really.
Publicly shame him until he comes on. He's into Pokemon actually.
Oh wait, it's Papa C.
Yes.
It's Papa C.
I want Papa C to come on the podcast.
For additional context, Papa C, another friend of ours. I'm actually a moderator for him on his Twitch streams, twitch.tv/Papa C, or his YouTube channel of Papa C, also Papa C Extra, Papa C But Cooler, was Papa C VODs. Just type
Did he
Papa
do a
C.
Papa C Minecraft as well?
I'm legally not allowed to talk about that anymore.
Okay, I didn't know that. Swiftly moving on.
Just gonna talk, but yeah, no. I mean, hey, if this goes well, we'll get him on. He'll be like our 100th episode or our 50th episode. It'll be special.
I want him in the third. I want him end by the third episode, or I'm walking. I'm walking.
But yeah, aside from guests, because originally we want to have some sort of theme. Not that we have a theme right now. We clearly don't. We've just been talking about shit for like the past hour. We do want to do
the podcast.
Yeah,
Sorry.
that's why it's called What in the Podcast, because we don't even know what we're talking about. This is very unscripted.
This is a test podcast.
Yes,
We
this
don't
is
know what we're doing.
Like we haven't even decided how we're uploading this.
I just uploaded it to YouTube.
Should we make like a separate channel for us?
Probably. That sounds like a smart plan.
Because I don't want my first actual YouTube video to be this podcast, on my channel.
Damn. I can't. Is it because of me?
No, it's just because I feel like any channel I'd make on my content I make on my actual channel would not be podcast content.
Right? Yeah. No.
But yeah, we also want to we pitched this before, where we just kind of do a pitch fight where we pitch like movies and we go against each other and we get judges for that. That could also be cool.
I think that'd be fun.
Yeah, but in general, that's been what we've been thinking about. Hey, this has been fun. So I would like to say that we're probably gonna do an episode 2 or episode 1.
I'm down to do at least. I'm gonna say another 4 episodes to see how we find it. Once we have 5 episodes, I'd say let's come back and see, do we like this or do we hate this? I'm down to commit 4 more episodes.
Yeah. So I guess, as most podcasters do, Reilly, where can our lovely viewers find you on any platform?
They can find me on pretty much any social media /Kill Reilly. That being said,
wait, CILL, by the way.
No, CIL, 1 L.
Oh, CIL. Like, if I'm showing a video, I haven't decided this. If I'm showing my gameplay footage, it's right there on the screen. If I'm not showing my gameplay footage, it's just CILREILLY. We'll put the links in.
Yeah. I mean, I might be deleting my social media soon. I'm not gonna lie. I'm definitely might private it or deactivate it. But that's a story for another day.
That's for episode 2.
That's for episode 2.
Yeah.
Where I teach you on my life advice. Today I taught you not to follow your dreams. Next episode I'm gonna teach you why you should delete your social media.
That's fair. That's fair. Do you want to promote anything else, like your YouTube
I don't really have anything to promote right now. I mean, the best I can promote is if you are a content creator and you want to learn. If you're like, I wouldn't recommend it if you're new starting out, but if you have some experience being a content creator and you want to learn more, creator now. It's great. I love it. It's probably one of my favorite things right now. You should.
Now,
It's worth it. It's worth it. There's a 14-day free trial. Everyone at Creator Now sound.
Now, we'll say this. Now, he's a little biased. Creator Now is expensive, for the record, But he says it's worth it, and
It's worth it,
I
and
trust
there's
him.
14-day free trial, and you can get it for free as well. Not
Cool.
the full premium, just you
That's
can get
cool.
it like a free trial, which is cool.
Well,
And
hey,
you can get it free.
if you're going to cheaply plug your thing, I will cheaply plug Done SMP. If you want to see me somewhat, or just interested in Minecraft lore, or just lore in general, because granted, I am biased, I think we do some really cool shit. Go follow the Done SMP. Go on Twitter. There's a Discord server. I'll probably put that in the description. Sorry, I don't make videos, so I can't remember. Or the about page, whatever it's called. Like I'll even link granted, like a TikTok for it. But also, if you just care about me and want to watch more stuff from me, twitch.tv/stealthhawk, that's where you'll find most of my content. Now, I will warn you, I'm not good at most of the games I play. So if you want to yell at someone for being bad, come over to me. I've been doing that for 2 years now.
Oh, I just watch Papacy instead.
That's fair. That's right.
He's so bad. He's so bad at video games. Like really bad at video games.
Papacy will come to my streams and just be like, "El Bozo."
See, you're a real MVP. You're a master at video games.
I know.
Stealth is like, I forget, I don't know the word for it, but you're like underhyping yourself. You are a master at gaming.
If you can see my gameplay footage, Reilly has passed me at least 3 times.
Probably.
But yeah, and also you can follow me on Twitter at twitter.com/stealthhawk, Also on Instagram and Instagram threads. I don't post anything on Instagram. I will probably start using threads more. Maybe someday.
Imagine using threads, Lamo.
Oh, is it not available in Ireland?
No.
Oh, it sucks to be you, man.
I mean, I think social media is bad. So, sucks to be you, I guess. I don't want threads. What are you talking about?
That's fair. I mean, hey, we'll leave the social media talk for episode 2 because I have my own thoughts on that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess this is how we're gonna end our second podcast. It'd be really funny.
What?
If we just ended mid-sent. Oh wait, fuck, that didn't work. If we just ended mid-sentence.